I was genuinely excited about. Turns out, I was wrong about a lot of things, especially about the person I was planning to marry. I bought my house about 5 years ago. It's nothing huge or fancy, but it's mine. I worked overtime shifts, skipped vacations, and lived off ramen for years to save enough for it. It was a proud moment when I finally had the keys in my hand. When Kelly, my fiancée, moved in 2 years ago, it felt like we were taking a big step forward. She didn't contribute to the house financially at least, but I didn't mind. I figured I had it covered. And we split other expenses like groceries and smaller bills. Kelly came from a very different background. Her family was always struggling with money. They were the type to max out credit cards and then complain about how unfair the system was. I sympathized with them at first. Everyone has their own challenges. And I figured if I could help out here and there, it wouldn't hurt. But over time, little comments started adding up. Her mom once joked about how lucky Kelly was to have landed someone with a house. Her dad hinted about how great it would be to retire without a mortgage. Stuff like that. I brushed it off as harmless chatter. But looking back, I should have seen where this was going. A couple of months before everything blew up, Kelly started acting weird. She was on her phone a lot, whispering during calls and snapping at me over the smallest things. I figured it was stress from wedding planning. We were supposed to get married next summer, and I know that can be overwhelming. I didn't push her about it because I thought giving her space was the right thing to do. Then one day, I got this weird packet in the mail. It was from a real estate agency and had all these details about the sale of my house. At first, I thought it was some kind of scam. But then I noticed the photos. It was definitely my house down to the furniture in the living room. There was even a proposed closing date. I didn't understand what the hell was going on, so I asked Kelly about it that night. When I brought it up, her face went pale. She stammered something about exploring options for us to move into a bigger house after the wedding. She said she wanted it to be a surprise. That didn't make sense to me. If we were going to move, why wouldn't she talk to me first? It didn't sit right. So after she went to bed, I stayed up and started digging. The next day, I called the real estate agency. I pretended to be Kelly's assistant and asked about the sale. What they told me made my head spin. Kelly had listed the house for sale without my knowledge. Not only that, but she had already signed documents pretending to be me. She told them she was a co-owner, which was a complete lie, and had secured a cash buyer. The sale was set to close in 2 weeks. I asked why she was in such a rush to sell, and that's when the final piece of the puzzle dropped. The agent said Kelly mentioned needing the money urgently to help with family obligations. I sat there in disbelief. I knew Kelly's parents were in deep financial trouble. They were on the verge of losing their house. It all made sense now. She was planning to use the money from my house to pay off their mortgage. That night, I confronted her. I printed out every document I had and laid them out on the dining table when she came home. I asked her to sit down. She looked at the papers and froze. "What's this?" "This," I said, "is proof that you tried to sell my house behind my back. You lied about being a co-owner, signed papers pretending to be me, and planned to use the money to bail out your parents. What the hell were you thinking?" She immediately started crying. I didn't know what else to do. My parents are losing their house. I couldn't just stand by and watch them end up on the street. "So your solution was to steal from me? To sell my house without even telling me?" "I was going to tell you," she said, sobbing. "I just didn't know how to bring it up. I thought you'd understand once everything was settled." "You thought I'd understand? Are you out of your mind? This is fraud. Kelly, do you even realize how illegal this is?" She switched from tears to anger in a split second. "You don't understand what it's like to grow up with nothing. You have so much and my parents have nothing. You're selfish. You could have helped them and still been fine." "Selfish?" I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "I worked my ass off for this house. Your parents' financial problems aren't my responsibility. And what you did isn't just wrong. It's unforgivable. The wedding's off and I want you out of this house. You can't just throw me out." She screamed. "I have nowhere to go."